Good morning, 7th standard. So, as you all know, tomorrow we are going to write the first midterm test. So, this session is about discussion on portion, question pattern, and whatever the pattern is followed based on the lesson 1 and lesson 2 based exercise. And I will tell you how to present your answer sheet. So, these are the key things that we are going to see today. So, let us start with the portion. As you all know, 7th standard lesson 1 and lesson 2 will be your midterm portion, so there is no change in that. Lesson 3 is for quarterly, so need not revise anything on lesson 3. So lesson 1 and lesson 2. Now let's see pattern. Question pattern is vocabularies comes first. So from lesson 1 5 and lesson 2 5, and these vocabularies 5 will be in English and 5 will be in French. So what you can do is you can learn both English and French, so that will help you. So that is for vocabularies. So try to learn all the vocabularies from lesson 1 and lesson 2. So definitely you will get 10 marks in that. And the next thing is French passage translation, 10 marks. That is, this passage translation you will not have any choice. Instead, only one French passage will be given. Either it will come from lesson 1 or lesson 2. So, but you have to revise both the lesson and write and see, and that's how you will get 10 marks. So, you have to present it very neatly, and I will tell you how to present it when I get into the lesson. Okay? So, lesson based exercise, 10 marks. This is just two exercises I have taken from lesson 1 and lesson 2. So one exercise from lesson 1 and one exercise from lesson 2. Very simple exercise, that is you can score easily. So whatever the exercise is available, kindly what you do is you must write and see the exercise. And when you write these exercises in the answer sheet, for French passage you need not give the French script, so you need not write the question. Okay, you can straight away translate into English. But lesson based exercise you have to write the question and write the answer, so that is very must. So please do not forget to write the question and write the answer when you write lesson exercises. And even title is necessary. Some they will put Roman letter 3, Roman letter 4, and they will start writing. So in case if I see anything like that, no marks will be awarded. So kindly what you do is you have 2 hours of time to write your midterm test. So 2 hours is more than enough for French. Just 1 and 1.5 hour is more than enough. What you can do is you can write neatly, write the title and answer the question, and answer whatever you have answered, underline it, and then you present it neatly. So just give 1 line space between each exercise so that your exercise will look good, and just draw a line to divide the exercise, and that is one way you can make your presentation good. So last but not the least, conjugation. So both lesson 1 and lesson 2 has conjugation. So since you are 7th standard, you will have ER and IR conjugation, I guess. So ER and IR conjugation combined, it is there in lesson 1 and lesson 2. So nearly 5 to 10 conjugations are there. Out of the 10, I have asked 5. So definitely it is good, and it is must to write and see the conjugation before you start writing the midterm exam. So that is the way you will get 20 marks. So the easy way of getting 20 marks, conjugation, French passage, that is you are going to translate only in English, so that is easy, and vocabularies. These 40 marks are very easy. So you have to just already have done multiple online tests, so that is a very good experience for you. So only thing you have to do is you have to revise, you have to write and see. So this is the time you have to write and see, practice. Even if you sit before the day of the examination, take 1 hour of time for French, divide the hour. So 15 minutes you spend for vocabulary, and 15 minutes for French passage, and 15 minutes for exercise, and 15 minutes for conjugation. If the time exceeds for 15 to 20 minutes. Take for exercise and conjugation 20 minutes. So that is more than enough, because what we see now is already seen. Only thing is we are doing a revision. So don't get panic, and sit quiet and be honest while you write. Okay, so now we have been seeing the question pattern and the portion for midterm. Now I'll get into the lesson and I'll discuss on few things how we have to write. Okay, since 7th standard, let us start with lesson 2. Lesson 2 was a la cafeteria. In case if you get this in your midterm question paper, what you do is present it neatly. So whatever is there, some might have a question, sir, can we write on our own? Sir, if your construction of sentence is correct, no problem, you can write it on your own, because when I give you translation, I don't give from the guide or anything. I just translate. I don't just translate literally, because if we give a literal meaning, everything will collapse. So I will just give you a meaningful sentence. So if in case if you have written everything in a meaningful way, sure you will get marks. So no doubt in that. So don't confuse yourself. So this is regarding translation. And regarding the exercise, no need to read exercise number 1, 2 and 3 from this page, and 4, because these exercises I am not going to ask for midterm. These things I am going to ask only on quarterly. Okay, these things you have already done in online test, so I don't want to repeat again and again. I am going to concentrate on things which I have not repeated on online test. So in case if you have revised this well and good, that will be helpful for your quarterly, because quarterly is going to very shortly, it will be announced. So let us concentrate on the other things. You can read from here, plural they know. These rules you can learn from lesson 2. Nouns ending with s, x, so these things you can learn. Okay, so we'll go for the next page. Yeah, this one, IR verb endings you can learn from this page. Okay, because conjugation, what I said, 20 marks, right? So this page will be definitely helping you to get a good mark. So vocabulary is what I said, 10 marks. So these vocabularies, how to learn vocabularies? First learn 10 vocabularies. Okay, just hide the left hand side and just tell the right hand side, and then hide the right hand side and tell to yourself about the left hand side. So in case if you have any doubt, you cross check it, or in case if you forget that particular word, what you do is you put a star, you put a mark, you just note down those words and you can read it later, and that way you can remember for a longer time. So vocabularies could be done in this way. So this page is not necessary, the upcoming page is not necessary, and this one, so from this your exercise starts, right? So whatever the exercise is, so what is the title given here? Complete en utilisant l'article défini. So in case if you get this exercise, write this title in your answer sheet. You guys have the practice of just putting the Roman letter and writing the answers alone. We will not accept that, sir. Okay, I don't want you to just you have to get up by 7 o'clock, 6 o'clock, and get ready for your exam. Sit as if you are sitting in the exam hall, and make yourself comfortable, and what you do is you start writing the test. So that is the best way to approach an exam. So what you do is write the complete sentence, so that you will, in case if you don't know this particular answer, if you repeat the sentence 1 or 2 times or 3 times, the 4th time definitely the answers will appear to you. So because in your subconscious mind you might have revised something, and that will reflect here. So the best way to answer something which is unknown is just read it 1 or 2 or 3 times. So as much the time you read, your revision will just be good. At the same time you will be able to answer that particular exercise. So exercise number 1, 2, 3 you can learn from this lesson. Regarding 1 and 2, this is l'article défini and défini. These you all know. For from 6th standard you are learning this. IR verb conjugation, as I said, exercise number 3. This will be useful if you know the IR verb conjugation. And this is one important exercise, the main exercise of this lesson number 2. Donner le pluriel des noms. That is what they have given 2 pages as rules. So what you can do is, according to the rules, you can revise this particular exercise and you can try to answer it. So a very simple way of revising this exercise is just keep a paper here, just leave the question as it is, keep a piece of paper and try to answer it, hiding the answers in your classwork. Then you cross check with your classwork. If the answers are right, just grade yourself and put star. Okay, just if you appreciate yourself by answering it correctly, you will be able to answer in the exam as well. So this exercise is one important exercise. And compléter le dialogue. This is a very simple exercise, completing the dialogue, finding out the missing letters in each sentence. So regarding this exercise, what you can do this exercise in the book and practice. Okay, in case if you have written, what you do, just read in the book and erase the particular exercise what you have written, and what you do is you repeat the same. Okay, and check yourself with your classwork. And in case if you have not finished the classwork, first thing what you have to do, finish your classwork. That is the best way to be perfect. Okay, so if the material is not ready, you cannot work on your exam. Okay, so upcoming exercise is mette au pluriel. This I gave you a nice idea, right? Je choisis une glace. So what you have to do, you have to go to this page, that is, see, here it is given singular, here it is given plural. So this is the thing you have to follow. So in the question format, everything which is based on singular will come like this. So if you get je, you have to put no. If you get tu, you have to put vous. If you get il or elle, you have to put this. As you do that, no, je to no, you have to also follow the verbs, which is ending in is, that should be changed as iss ons. So these things you have to do. If it is chu, it is is, right? And it would be changed as vu, and iess is it. So the same thing you have to follow when it comes here in the exercise number 6. And regarding this object noun, what you have to do, une glace, that will become they glass. So this is regarding the rules which we have already learnt in exercise number 4, and that is what is given in page, regarding the grammar part, plural des noms. So just everything is interrelated. If you know exercise number 4, exercise number 6 will be helpful for you. So this is the trick which could be followed for exercise number 6. So hope this small techniques will help you to learn the exercise faster. So this trick you can follow for this. I said the same, no? You can keep a rough page here and you can start writing the answers, and you can cross check with your classwork. In case if you go wrong with 2 or 3, just repeat it. Okay, revision regarding the language is just writing and saying. That could not be said, just reading is a revision. Okay, so other subjects you can read, but language you have to write and see. Exercise number 7, no need to revise on this, so just skip exercise number 7. Exercise number 8 is very, very important. So try to conjugate everything and write and practice. I repeat, write and practice this exercise, because this is conjugation. You will get 20 marks out of this. So in case if there is any other conjugation in lesson 1, let us discuss on that too. Okay, so exercise number 8 is very important. Exercise number 9, no need to see exercise number 9. So regarding this lesson, exercise number 8, please take your pencil and put a tick mark. Exercise number 8, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. These exercise you have to write and see. Okay, write and see, and that is how you have to revise. So that is one point. Hope we have finished everything regarding lesson 2. So I repeat the same. Translation, write and see. No need to write question in the answer sheet, and no need to read these things. Okay, please revise these IR verbs, please revise this vocabulary, and exercise number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8. So totally 6 exercises you have to learn from, 6 or 7 exercises you will learn from lesson 2. Hope this details is enough regarding lesson 2. So I think you will do a good revision, and I would say 50% of the question will be from lesson 2. So 50 to 60 we can say. Okay, so mostly you will get a major part of questions will be coming from lesson 2, because that is the starting of IR verbs, and remaining I will ask from lesson 1. So hope this is enough regarding lesson 2. Now let us discuss on lesson 1. Now we are going to see lesson 1, that is Voilà le frère et la sœur de Manuel. So this is one interesting lesson. This is how we have started this year. So just no need to revise on these parts of the body. Instead we will directly discuss on the translation. So translation already I have discussed on lesson 1. So in case if you get this translation, try to translate it in a single page. Okay, don't start in the mid of the page or at the bottom of the page. At the beginning of the page itself, write your name, exam number, and put the question mark. Just write the title of the lesson and start translating in English. Okay, and regarding the translation based exercise, as I said for lesson 2, need not read these exercises, that is 1, 2 and 3. That is choose true or false and répondez. Why? Because we have already finished these things in online test. So let's not repeat again and again. So this, please ignore this page. Now regarding ER verbs. So I'll just do a short revision on this. You already know there are 3 group of verbs in French. So one is ER, IR and RE. So lesson 1 is ER and lesson 2 is IR. Lesson 3, 4 we will see RE. So you know the ER endings, right? So ER endings is E, ES, E, ONS, EZ, ENT. So this is available here, and this is the radical they have given, and they have given an example. See, whatever which is given in red color is the ending. Okay, and which is remaining in black color is the radical. Okay, so please don't forget this. ER ending is the very easiest way to learn. So regarding this page, apreno is here. So as I said before, apreno we have been learning and revising for last 10 classes. You might be seeing this apreno, right? So you might be able to answer it very easily. So whatever we saw in the picture, the Voilà le frère et la sœur de Manuel, the picture based the parts of the body and everything which has been seen there is covered here. The same way apreno is going to repeat here. So what you can do, you can just do the division, just hide your French part and try to answer in the English, and do it vice versa to do a revision. And regarding exercise number 1, so exercise number 1, multiple times we have revised this. Online test I have asked twice, So this is one important exercise. You can revise here itself. I can erase, in case we have written the answers here, erase it, and just with a piece of paper try to answer it, and you cross check your answers. Okay, so each and every exercise you finish it, you correct it immediately and you check, so that you will get interested to do the second exercise or third exercise. Don't write all the exercises together, and that will be very boring, and that will take a lot of time, and you will not sit for the time. Okay, so try to do it one by one. So exercise number 2, I will not ask, picture based exercise, so I will not ask this in midterm. Mete le verbo presso. So this is exercise number 3. Yeah, this is one important exercise regarding conjugation. Why? Because here they are concentrating on er verb conjugation. So these conjugations you can learn. Okay. This is one other important exercise. Yeah, the beginning of l'article défini, that is the la l apostrophe les, and this one important exercise helps us to learn l'article défini. So this is a must exercise, because everything we learned regarding this parts of the body should be revised here. The purpose of learning vocabulary is to understand the utility of masculine and feminine. Okay, anyone can learn the vocabulary, but remembering the masculine and feminine for each word is very difficult, and few do it with techniques and few do it with memory. And let's see how you guys are doing it. So those who have their own techniques, please revise on the revised part. Okay, just try to answer this and just repeat if you go wrong. Okay, so exercise number 5, no need to revise exercise number 5. Exercise number 6 already I have said. Like exercise number 3, this is er based conjugation. So 1 or 2 will be at and over, that we have seen already in 6th standard. Okay, so this is also one important exercise you can revise. And exercise number 7 is para type. So you can try to answer this just by repeating sentence by sentence. If you see this exercise all together, it will be a little scary, but either if you go by word, sentence by sentence, you think number 1 is one sentence, each point is one sentence, and so that you will be able to reduce your vision of difficulty, and you will be able to answer it neatly. Okay, so that is how we have to approach. And exercise number 8, mettez le dialogue dans le bon ordre, that is revising the put in order. Okay, so exercise number 10, again er verb conjugation, and this exercise also we have revised twice in online test. So I believe that you have a good revision based on this, and that will help you to get a good mark. So regarding er verb conjugation, few verbs you can learn from this, and lesson 2 has 5 verbs, and lesson 1 conjugation. See, whatever verbs available here, that is er verbs. Okay, you can see these verbs, that is er verbs. And from lesson 2, from the lesson based exercise itself, there is 5 conjugations. So out of this I have asked 5. So totally 10 conjugations are there in lesson 1 and lesson 2. Out of that I have asked you 5. Okay, so conjugation 20 marks. Please do not take it easy. Repeat what you learn, and that will make you a master. Okay, so I repeat. So lesson 1 and lesson 2 is there for the midterm portion. So that is point number 1. And what you have to do is approach the exam as the order is there, Roman letter 1, 2, 3. Please do not change the order, and whatever you write, write the French passage first, that is translate the French passage, and just if there is space, just continue. In case if there is no space, take a new page and write the 2 lesson based exercise or whatever follows, and you try to answer properly. Lesson based exercise, you have to write the question and write the answer. That is very must.
Translation, no need to write the question, you can just translate. And conjugation, you just put a topic. Each and every topic should be mentioned, either it is translation or conjugation or lesson based l'article défini or un défini, you have to mention it, so that you please do not forget. And please do not forget to write your name, roll number and section. Roll number is very very important. I don't bother about the name also. In case if your your paper doesn't contain roll number, definitely I'll put a 0. Whose paper, I don't bother that, because without the roll number it will be a tough job to find even in school. So now you are not in school, so you know very well that sir cannot be helped in any ways. So what you have to do, please enter your roll number first as you start writing your exam. So other things, present the paper neatly, and in the question paper itself I have given few instructions. Read the question and instructions very carefully. So as you get the question paper, try to read the questions 1 or 2 times. Okay, so in case if you don't know the answer, please don't be cruel, just try to be honest. If you don't know the answer, just leave it and try writing all the known answers, and finally you can concentrate on the other things. Okay, so these are the instructions regarding your midterm. I think I have covered everything together, so hope your doubts will be questioned. I mean the questions you have been answered, and in case if there is anything else, I'll just leave you a message. And once we finish this midterm, we will continue with lesson 3. Okay, so lesson 3 almost we have finished, so if we have finished, we will continue with lesson 4. Okay, so I wish you all the best, and I want you to do a good job, and please be safe and take your exam, and also ensure that you do your offline work correctly. Okay, so very simple 2 lessons, and I want you to give it a good revision, and you have to get a good mark. Okay, wherever you are, you have to do your job. Okay, so I wish you all success, bonne chance and bon courage. Okay, so merci, bonne journée, all the best for your first midterm test. Thank you.